ready to fly with me? I'm Freckles, your co-pilot today. Welcome to Kevsyourking Adventures. Go on, Kev, let's get this bird in the air and fly.
Right, welcome to the channel. It's Kevsyourking. It's less cargo. It's cargo time in FedEx. You guys are here to enjoy a quick one. We have some stormy weather over Salt Lake, so we're going to get the bird in the air and head off and land in some hopefully challenging weather conditions. So there's your big A339, the fictional cargo for FedEx, but still a big beautiful bird. We have nice skies where we're taking off here, so I'm just going to do this and I'm going to get this going. We are set in the cockpit and ready to roll, so enjoy the takeoff. You might recognize that airport. Clear and okay to go here.
Contact Denver departure on 128.25. Good day. Going to 128.25, KEV 777, Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777. Denver departure KEV 777, Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 is at 6,200 feet, climbing flight level 180. KEV 777, Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777, Denver departure altimeter 29.84 radar contact, continue to Mudby. KEV 777, Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777, climb and maintain 15,000 feet. Climb and maintain 15,000 feet, KEV 777, Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777.
Heading for the mountains. Alright, what kind of chaos have I got going inside? We're alright. Of course we are, because Kev's your guy. We know how to do this stuff, don't we? Alright, we can do this. We're cargo fighters, dial that on every day, all day. Hello, hello. Thank you. I don't anticipate anything here, but we're going to throw it on just in case. I'll make sure we set this guy here. We don't need to worry about that. We'll cool it off with the freight on board here, keep things cool. 21, 22 for Freckles and myself. Still climbing, and we gotta go to 18.
KEV 777, Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777, climb and maintain 15,000 feet. Expect flight level 180. Climb and maintain 15,000 feet. Expect flight level 180. KEV 777, Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 contact Denver Center on 125.905. Good day. 125.905 KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777. Goodbye.
I'm trying to
Denver
catch the
Center
click.
KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 is at 10,400 feet, climbing 15,000 feet.
Landmark 2179er, contact Denver Center on 125.9er. Good day. KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 Denver Center altimeter 29er.85 radar contact. Continue to Ralphie. Polaris 49er 02 heavy climb and maintain flight level tree 40. 125.9er landmark 2179er. Goodbye. Climb and maintain flight level tree 40 Polaris 49er 02 heavy. Landmark 6050 contact Denver Center on 128.375. Good day. Daughter 84 Victor climb.
Some of you know I have some issues here with Edwin's version of this stuff. So,
KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 climb and maintain flight level 180.
so two things here to note on this flight. I am not flying the SimBrief flight plan. I used it as a base for loading, but Leahy 5 Y5 is in a higher AirX number than what SimBrief gives you out of the box. This is not correct. It's obsolete. So Microsoft upgraded its version of AirX, but SimBrief wants to charge you $10 to upgrade. So importing from here over into Salt Lake, from Salt Lake into here was no-go. The FMC, MCDU details didn't match what SimBrief on the previous lower level AirX was. So when I did my flight planning, it wouldn't let me cherry pick. So I thought, well, I'll just take the basics, plug a few things in here, and just leverage it from there manually. You guys know I know how to do this stuff, so for me it wasn't a big deal. Anyway, we're heading to Salt Lake, so it's KSLC. I am coming in, and we are going to do this because I want the MEDARN outlet. Alright, so my wind direction is 240 at 3. And the other thing here is headwind does not allow you to select your runway. So it's a gap in their programming per se. I still love the aircraft, but I've told you about this stuff before, but I just wanted to remind people that, you know, I spend time doing a lot of manual inputs down below here, so.
Going to 128.65 KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777.
What are you doing to me,
Denver
Freckles?
Center KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 flight level 180. KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 Denver Center radar contact. Continue to PCKNS.
Okay. So we have just over, what, 300 miles? Yeah, 325. So we're going to climb over the Rockies. We started back just at Mile High. Now we're going to be a couple miles up. A couple miles above sea level. Almost 3, not quite. If we went 16,000, 18,000, about 2 miles up, so. We're going to fly over the Rockies on our way to Salt Lake, so we've got about estimated time at this point, which should be within the next hour. We're floating in above this stuff, so I'm trying to get it to match up. So I'm going to turn this off, set it here. Reset this. And that should clear up the issue here. I wasn't worried too much about it because we were still climbing and going through all of my auto programming here, so. Alright, so the ZFWZ. The ZFW is 179,384, so 179.3. And the CG 20.35. 20.4. Boom. That should give me a little extra detail here. Gonna load up, cool. So these are some of my numbers there. Good. 78. Next step 78, 82. Says it's 82. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. H, so let's come back over here. Now I gotta do a little bit of
Denver Center, Docker, November tree 07
We're
tree
gonna
echo
poke here.
flight level tree 0. Landmark 1274 descend and maintain 12,000 feet. Docker, November tree 07 tree echo Denver Center radar contact continue.
2983.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet. Landmark 1274.
240 at what? 10? 240 at 3. Light wind. Transit altitude. It's gotta be 8,000. You're not gonna have it there, so I gotta go here.
Denver Center, Docker, November 4 tree 15 Papa flight level tree 0. Docker, November 4 tree 15 Papa Denver Center radar contact continue to Papa November Hotel. Landmark 1274 contact Denver Center on 126.5.
Says expecting 139 at 6. I have a different number right now. 2983. Okay.
Going to 126.5. Landmark 1274. Landmark 2241 descend and maintain flight level tree 0. Descend and maintain flight level tree 0. Landmark 2241.
Landmark 2241, contact Denver Center on 134.5. Good day. One tree 4.5, landmark 2241. Goodbye. Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777, contact Denver Center on 126.5. Good day.
126.5, KEV 777, Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777. Goodbye.
Dover 15 Papa, contact Denver Center on 125.9 or 5. Good day.
It's all normals. 22:28, so 45 minutes.
KEV 777, Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777, contact Denver Center on 128.65. Good day.
128.65, KEV 777, Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777. Goodbye.
Dover 15 Papa, contact Denver Center on 125.9 or 5. Good day.
Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777, contact Denver Center on 134.5. Good day.
134.5, KEV 777, Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777. Goodbye.
Salty 2489 or heavy, contact Denver Center on 134.5. Good day.
Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777, traffic is 10 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 200, Boeing B748. Report them in sight.
KEV 777. 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 traffic in sight.
Okay, 422. Which one are you? 3. One 6-4. What is my slope? That doesn't say. That's weird. Interesting. It's so interesting. It doesn't give me the actual details. Just tells me the slope indicator. What? That's weird. Okay. So now I know.
Landmark 2241, contact Denver Center on 125.35. Good day.
Hey there, Kay. Welcome back.
Hey, Freckles. I'm looking for the runway 16 right in KSLC Airport. Runway slope for 16 right.
So here's the scoop on runway 16R at Salt Lake City International, KSLC. The slope is a gentle 3.0 degrees with a threshold crossing height of about 73 feet. So basically you're working with a nice steady descent angle. Happy landings.
What's the approach speed for 16 right as well?
So when you're coming in on runway 16R at KSLC, your approach speed is basically going to be based on your aircraft's type and weight. But as a general rule of thumb for a typical airliner, you're looking at somewhere around 130 to 150 knots on final approach. All right, you got this.
Contact Denver Center on 125.675. Good day. .675 Goodbye.
Freckles.
Here's the deal with that approach speed for runway 16R. Generally for a standard airliner, you're going to be looking at somewhere in that 130 to 150 knot range, depending of course on your aircraft's weight and all that jazz. So yeah, just keep it smooth and you'll be golden.
Yeah, what's the LDA for that runway? 16R.
The landing distance available for runway 16R at Salt Lake City International, KSLC, is about 12,000 feet. So you've got plenty of runway to work with there.
Denver Center, Whitero 70 tree, flight level 290. Whitero 70 tree, Denver Center, radar contact. Continue to SSWAN. Denver Center, Docker November 779er uniform, flight level 330. Docker November 779er uniform, Denver Center, radar contact. Continue.
current temperature at Salt Lake?
Right now at Salt Lake City International Airport, it's about 49 degrees Fahrenheit and it's raining pretty heavily. So might want to keep an eye on those wipers if you're heading in.
Climb and maintain flight level 180 KEV 777
You want to convert
Delta
that to
X-ray
Celsius for me?
777.
Absolutely. So 49 degrees Fahrenheit is roughly about 9 degrees Celsius. A little on the chilly side with that rain, so definitely bundle up if you're out and about.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Let's keep it going and just let me know if there's anything else on your mind.
Yeah, we're just calculating out our arrival info on the ILS approach. It is raining. My trans altitude is set at 8,000. Minimum's 4,400. So just double checking calculations. Do you want to say hi to the folks watching today?
Absolutely, I'd love to. Hey everyone tuning in, great to have you all here. Let's nail this approach together.
We're carrying FedEx cargo today, by the way. Any interesting facts about FedEx?
Climb and maintain flight level 180.
So here's a fun FedEx tidbit for you. The company actually started from a college term paper. The founder, Frederick Smith, that wrote up this idea for an overnight delivery service while he was still at Yale. So the next time you're flying FedEx cargo, just remember that it all started as a school assignment.
And that creator and business idealist was...
That would be a Frederick W. Smith. He was the mastermind who turned that school assignment into the global FedEx empire we know today. So it's quite the story of a student idea turning into something huge.
Yeah, he recently passed away and we did a memorial flight for him.
Oh, that's really meaningful. It's always powerful to carry on a legacy like that, and doing a memorial flight in his honor is a real nice tribute.
Are you able to play back any commercials from the 1990s or 1980s where they had the fast talker?
I can't play back commercials or any existing media like that, but I definitely remember those iconic fast talker acts. They were a real blast from the past.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Happy to chat anytime and keep those memories alive. Just let me know if there's anything else on your mind.
Okay, we're going to stop that noise for a moment. Well, we have it. It's interesting, the vectors that Headwind posted here for approach. We're in the red, so because of the weather and the wind, etc., it's giving me outside red for approach, etc., at this speed. So we're going to watch it carefully, the runway slope. It didn't let me switch this to 3. That's why I was kind of confused when my co-pilot basically came back and told me it was 3. There's a lot of little things that just don't connect here, and I've told you guys that before. So anyway, trying to play with it, have a little fun with it. We've got plenty of fuel to get there. We've got about 35 minutes, 30 minutes or so. So we should be on schedule slightly early, actually. We're making up some time here, so it's all good. I have not engaged or activated the approach phase before in Headwind Sim nor in fly-by-wire sims. I don't trust them. I'm not, I like to land successfully, man. I don't like to crash, but when I'm flying an aircraft like the 208B, the Cessna cargo, when I did Pico flights earlier, first time in that aircraft, I had a couple because I overstressed the aircraft, but that was just a learning curve for myself. but typically when I'm flying, I don't like any mistakes or boo-boos. I don't mind the tough landings, but yeah. Anyway, it's been interesting to see how some of this stuff plays out. The differences between this, configurations between this that actually work versus in the builds, and you guys know I'm not a fan of in the builds, but that's okay. They have a place in the market. They have a good relationship with Microsoft, so okay, whatever that means. I think they go a little bit. They're as bad as FedEx, the FENIX simulator model builders. They cut corners and they money grab you, and so I will try the 340 when I get to Microsoft 24. It's not going to be till probably I have some holiday time at the end of the year. I'll take off. I'll probably migrate over to 24. We're going to see. I'm staying away from Microsoft Flight 24, quite frankly, folks, because PS5 was just announced and it's going to go live in December. So there's going to be a lot of console. But just like the latest update I just took here was all console related predominantly. You're going to see a lot of adjustments and optimization in the console configurations for both PS5 upcoming in its release as well as Xbox. So you know, for those of you using consoles, great, man, enjoy it. You're going to see some fixes applied, some better, you know, hopefully some better gameplay experience out of it. But yeah, I'm staying away from 24 for the moment. I think the holidays, the Christmas holidays, are going to be absolutely chaos, both in Europe and the United States with VATSIM and all the rest of the stuff. But after the first of the year, we'll probably go ahead and make the final transition unless I can't get these airliners to work. Hopefully Headwind and Fly-by-Wire will have their aircraft stable and ready for that release of Microsoft Flight Sim. A couple of you have asked the questions over time here about what I consider to be flight level study versus, you know, trimmed and corner cutting. So I don't fly any true simulations in Microsoft Flight Sim that reflect an accurate flight study training capability. If you are looking for that, I highly recommend you take a break from Microsoft Flight Sim, go to X-Plane 12. I have flown in there recently. It is very nice. I have old aircraft from X-Plane 11 that carried over to 12 without any major issues. The realism from a flight performance perspective is accurate. As long as you provide the right inputs to the programming, the flights themselves, the operation of the aircraft is going to give you flight level performance. Microsoft does cut corners here, and that's due to a lot of different things. So we've mentioned the little flag game that likes to play with landing, right? So all of a sudden you get an adjustment to MEDAR data provided versus what was provided during its initial configuration. So it resets and plays around a bit with you to give you a bit of a challenge. It does it because it's live weather. I think, as I've said before, I think the calculations adjusting incorrectly per se below 1,000 feet. That's just a gut feeling I have, because I noticed that once I get to 1,000 and then drop down below, the MEDAR data starts to play with the wind angles on the aircraft significantly different than they should. So I think there's minor issues with it. But if you really enjoy the flight level studying, you know, I would,
Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777
hold on,
contact Salt Lake Center on 127.7.
just to
Good
contact.
day.
All right, Freckles, contact 127.7. Good day.
127.7 KEV 777
KEV
Foxtrot Delta
777,
X-ray
flight level
777.
180.
Goodbye. Salt Lake Center, KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 flight level 180.
KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 Salt Lake Center
Now
altimeter
that's significantly different than what I was told, so this will be interesting as we get closer. That should change. We're inside 100 now, so. Anyway, to finish my point on Microsoft Flight Sim, quite frankly, folks, it is worth the investment in X-Plane if you like true flight experiences. I've flown a lot of hours in PMDG, 737 MAX, 737 period, all those series, as well as some in the 747. But anything beyond that, I have not played with the 777 in that environment, which I will be playing for and then playing with, I should say, here in our November Sky Series. So looking forward to that. Long distance flights, passenger flights should be absolutely fun in the 777-300. I didn't purchase the freight version of the 777 from PMDG. It's another 50-60 bucks. You know, if I was getting, if I was collecting subscription money and all the rest of stuff and they had a lot of extra cash laying around, sure, I'd go ahead and buy it. But I'm not a full-time streamer where I collect sub money and things like that. I do this for out of the kindness of my heart, just for you, to enjoy. I'm a different style, so to speak, but basically all I'm saying is if you do enjoy that flight level study, go ahead. And when you see me in the PMDG 777, I won't be doing freight, just so you know.
KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777, you are 62 miles east. Climb and maintain flight level 240. Expect ILS runway 16 right approach via Weber transition.
So
Clear to Weber. Landmark tree 850, climb and maintain flight level tree 10.
wants me to add 10,000 feet
Climb and maintain flight level
above where I really
240.
want to
Expect
come
ILS
down
runway
to. So
16 right approach
I
via
want
Weber
to stay
transition.
at about
Clear to Weber KEV
12
777
to
Foxtrot Delta X-ray
14,000 feet
777.
before I final approach here. What I had in my flight level was the next 30 miles was to drop to flight level 10,000. Well, with a 4,400 minimum elevation, runway is 43.
KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 traffic is 11 o'clock 4 miles at
This
flight
number
level
is 10,000,
205
which puts us
dB
about
inside.
5,000 above runway. So we're going to drop the speed down to 250 here and start our, ignoring the command, but starting our preparation.
KEV 777
We only have 70
Foxtrot Delta
miles here.
X-ray 777 have the traffic.
So when I get to my,
Landmark tree 850 traffic in sight.
it's telling me 57 here, but with the weather and everything else, you want to be a little bit safe side, so
Maintain 14,000 feet.
now it wants me to come down to 14, which is where I was going to
Descend and
start the
maintain
process
14,000
for.
feet.
So we're going to do
KEV
this.
777
I'm going to
Foxtrot
start
Delta
the
X-ray
descent,
777.
but I'm also going to do this because we both know that I need to decelerate as well to get my normal approach vectors. So this is
Descend
a
and
heavy
maintain
aircraft. We
12,000
do
feet.
expect weather,
KEV
so
777
I'm
Foxtrot
going to
Delta
drop
X-ray
it
777.
to 250 as I had set, but that's standard here, but I'm going to slow it down slightly more than that. We're going to 230. So 235 should put us somewhere near our best practice speed, so to speak. Just at and below the flaps 1 config. We'll see what the number is as it drops down here, but we're going to go ahead and take a nice angled approach on it. Nothing weird or unusual during the next 30 miles. It's already warned me a couple of times about speed. We know I love the speed. You guys know that. Now I can do the brake and bring it down and take a peek sooner. Let's see what we get.
Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777, please expedite your descent 12,000 feet.
Green dot's at 224. Okay, so we'll do 225. There's green dot, 225. 226. Alright, so we're going to slow down. I can turn off the brake. And now we can start to follow our plan. So this is going to stop for a minute. And now that I'm here, my auto is set, I can do this. I'm going to play with this. Should be able to do about 16.
Please expedite your descent 12,000 feet.
Did she say 12? Yeah, 12.
Landmark tree 850, climb and maintain flight level tree 30.
Because I had to modify and use a different approach here,
777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 contact center on 119.9.
outside of what the original flight plan, I mean, I couldn't follow the same flight plan, so I'm going to just,
119.995
I'm going
KEV
to see if I
777
can
Foxtrot Delta
find,
X-ray 777. Goodbye.
I'm supposed to head to rough.
Center KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 is passing 15,200 feet, descending 12,000 feet.
KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 center altimeter 29.72 radar contact. Continue to Weber. KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 contact approach on 121.1. Good day.
121.1 KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777. Goodbye. Approach KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 is at 14,200 feet, descending 12,000 feet.
KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777 approach altimeter 29.72 radar contact. Continue to Weber.
So we're doing really well here, so we're at 12,000. We're 8,000 above, 7,500 above the runway altitude. Approach. Gonna hold here at 12 for a bit. I was looking for a crossway point here just to put on the map here, but yeah, that's gonna work. There wasn't a real angle one to get to over here, so this is kind of dead air. So we're gonna have to stick with our approach the way we set it up. So we're gonna inside turn here, inside rough. So from Euphemy in, we have approximately 15. Yeah. So 5, 10, 14, 15. Okay. So we got about 15, 16 miles, and then we're gonna turn for our ILS in. So we need everything set and ready before we hit 15. So at about 20, that's when I'm gonna finalize the flaps and do everything else I need to, because we're down at a reasonable speed here. It's gonna have us drop down here shortly if it's followed my plan. I don't know what it's following exactly. Because like I said, SimBrief didn't have the right conversions here for me, or path, waypoints, flight plan. So I punched this in, we'll see if it picks it up. I do want to get to 9,000 by rough. So somewhere in here I've got another 3,000 feet I want to drop. So according to my plan, I need to get there, and I've got 15 miles to get there. So my normal slope approach, everything else holding steady here. It's going to talk to me, it's going to tell me I'm below. Just know that, okay? You're going to hear ATC squawk. But I don't give two hoots about ATC right now, and they're going to call it late, I can tell. So I'm going to go ahead and start my descent to 9. That'll put me 10 miles out. Yeah. I'll get to my turn here. When I get here, I'm supposed to be at 8, so I'm just kind of setting myself up for the final swing. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do
KEV
that.
777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777. You are 800 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 12,000 feet altimeter 29.76.
Climb and maintain 12,000 feet, KEV 777 Foxtrot Delta X-ray 777.
Alright, well, I don't have to do any of this other junk, but I am going to do this. Set you up ahead of time. Do that. It's going to tell me I need to do this stuff, but I don't have to because we're freight today. I don't see any icing issues. It is on and it is working. I think we're going to be okay on the temperature side of things because it's right at freezing, but I'll wait until I do my turn and I can make some other adjustments. So this is all fairly straightforward stuff. We'll reduce our speed further down into the 170 and then down into 160. Kind of hold at 160 for a bit and see what the weather looks like. Looks like visibility is going to be an issue for us, but you can see the
2,500. Please expedite your climb 12,000 feet.
No, we're not, mate. We're going to go ahead and follow ILS at the moment. Whoa! No alert. No alert. No alerts. Okay. So you saw that. Wow. Wow. Interesting. You guys saw it. I'm not afraid to hide, and I'll publish this and you guys will get a laugh out of it, but yeah, that's a byproduct of not getting any warnings in the cockpit. So we did have, you can go back and look at it, we did have our altitude warning systems in place and active. So I've never run the headwind model into any trouble like this. I got 0 warning of altitude. I got a 2,500 foot warning. You heard the verbal. But then I got a call from ATC to jump up, but with no visual, I should have had a better warning on the audio side. So when we play this back, you guys can take a look at it. I'll go ahead and queue up another one here and see what happens. But there you go. Thanks for being here, man. Unfortunately, it didn't work out the way I expected. But onward and upward. I learned something new about headwind today. Again, just like all the rest of them, you have your pluses and minuses in the models. There you go. Wow. We'd have been on the news. I had no warning. You guys didn't hear any warnings. I didn't hear any warnings. I should have been ground alerted right away. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Nope. So, I don't know if Headwind has that set up. Anyway, we're going to give it another run. At least we know the weather was challenging. Thanks again for being here. Like I said, I'll see you again soon. Cheers, my friend.